everyone. Now we have come to the final part of building a beautiful, interactive, attractive, and a dynamic dashboard using Google Data Studio. So this is how our final dashboard is going to look like. We'll have multiple scorecards here, and then the name of the company, and then we'll have date range controls, drop down controls, slider controls, tree maps, and then geo maps. We'll have donut chart, pie chart, tables, combo chart, and a simple bar chart. Okay, so we are going to work on how to build this. First, let us go to our original report. We'll select everything and we will delete it. Now, what are we going to do now as a first part? We are going to insert few scorecards. Okay, how to do that? Let us go to add a chart and add a scorecard. So instead of a simple scorecard, we'll add a scorecard with compact numbers so that we could save a lot of space when it comes to our report. Okay, so I'm going to insert a scorecard. What the scorecard is going to contain, I want this to have the total sales. Okay, the total sales to be mentioned here. Okay, now the total sales here is 3.3 million. Fine. I'm just scrolling down what I want my default date range to be. Since I'm going to make a dynamic and interactive dashboard, I don't want to restrict my scorecard to display a preset data. Let it be auto. Okay, but I want some comparison range. So whichever time period I am choosing, I should need a comparison of the previous year or previous period. Let us have previous year for now, and let's say apply. Since this is automatic and it's going to consider all the 4 years data as of now, no data is being mentioned. But in future, when I'm going to select the data for 2020, then it is going to compare with the data of 2019 and display the values here. So instead of having it as no data here, which is not looking good, I will have the show no data as show blank. Okay, so now it is blank. But when I'm going to select a particular year or particular date range in the future, and it's going to carry a comparison value, instead of blank, it's going to show the actual comparison value. Okay, then what else can we do in this? We can style it accordingly. So what else can we do? We'll change the comparison matrix. Let's have white for both upper and lower, because visualizations we are going to use different colors, and having this red and green might be hindering the readability of the comparison ranges. Okay, and whether we need absolute changes to be shown, no, we don't want absolute changes to be shown. We need only the percentage differences to be shown. So let us keep this unchecked. I'll hide the comparison label. Fine. Background color, let me have this background color as blue. Okay, let me have this background color as blue. Let's make it a little bit, yeah, this blue is good. So now we have a scorecard for total sales, and it's going to have a comparison value wherever applicable. So I'm just going to simply copy paste this. Why? Because I have made so many changes. I have customized how comparison value should be, and different things I have customized. And if I want to create a new scorecard with similar settings, if I choose add a chart and create a new scorecard, then I need to do it again. But when I'm just simply copy pasting it, the exact properties are being replicated. Now I can simply change the values alone. Like in here, I want only the profit instead of sales. So I'll simply copy the profit and make it as my metric of interest. So profit pops up, and I'll just change the color alone. I will make it as a green color. Okay, I'm going to make this as green color. Now it looks fine. What I wanted to be displayed here, I want the quantity to be displayed. Okay, so I'll click this and I'll just copy paste, and I'll just drag and drop the quantity here. So now the quantity is being displayed. Now I will copy paste the same scorecard. What I want now, I want the total number of transactions, which is the total number of rows in our source data, which is 8,000 rows of data, which is nothing but 8,000 transactions which took place. Okay, so I'll just have the record count as my metric. Once I have record count as my metric, now it became 8000. I just change the color. I'll have it as somewhat gray. Okay, I'll have it as somewhat gray. Cool. Next, I need the profit margin. What I can do, again, I can copy paste this and I'll just choose the profit margin. Okay, now I have my profit margin mentioned. How does this profit margin came? We saw earlier in the video, we just added a field which is going to contain, we'll do it again. We'll have a field like profit margin 2, and then our formula was sum of total profit divided by sum of total sales, right? So the formula is being validated and it comes as ticked. So I'll just save it and I'll just go back to the available fields. The profit margin which we created recently is considered as a number, but I want it to be considered as a percentage. Once I do it, and I'm going to use this, the same result would pop up because the same formula and everything is the same. Okay, so let me remove this for now. We saw how to calculate the profit margin. We'll have a good interesting color for this. We'll have it as orange. Okay, we'll have it as orange. Next, we'll create the next scorecard, which is going to contain the total number of customers, unique customers. That is, sometimes the same customer has repeated this purchase 4 times over different periods of time, then it might be counted again. But I wanted only the distinct customer names to be counted so that I'll be able to find out what is the total number of customer base I have. Okay, so I just drag and drop this customer name in the metrics. See, I have 814 customers. Whether this is unique or not, this is definitely unique. Otherwise, the value should have been 8000. Okay, but it is only 800. We'll just cross verify. See, it is count distinct, not count. If it is count, then it will be 8000 because there were 8000 rows in our source data. This we are going to consider only the distinct names. So we are going to click count distinct. So totally 814 customers were there. So how can we fine tune these scorecards? First, customers can never be in decimals. So I'll go to styling options and I'm going to remove the decimals. Okay, where could I find the option of removing decimals? I have it here. Okay, similarly for record count also, the records can't be in decimals, so I'll have it as 0. Okay, so these are the various scorecards we have created. We forgot about the coloring of the last scorecard. Let us have it again as green color. Okay, in styling options, come down and we'll have a shade of, okay, this color, blue color is good, fine. We'll have this shade. Okay, now I just want my name of the company, name of the stores to be displayed. So what I'll do, I'll just first copy these 3 scorecards. I'll put it to the side. Okay, all the scorecards a little bit bigger than expected, not an issue. You have it here. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert a rectangle. I'm going to insert a rectangle and draw here. Okay, it's little big than expected. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, and I want this color of the rectangle to be blue, light blue. I'll have this as light blue and I'm going to insert text. What is the text here? I want my store name to be the HeDaL stores. So I can customize it again. I can increase the size. I'll have it as 48. HeDaL stores is there. Okay, I'll have it as white color. Yes, we are done. So our store name is now mentioned. I could see all these are a little bit oriented towards left. What I will do, just click here under styling options. I'll just put everything to the center. Ideally, if I had done it earlier, then it would have been automatically applied to all the scorecards when I am copy pasting it. I missed to do it, so I'm doing it manually to each and everything. Okay, so I'll go here, make it center, profit margin. Again, I'll make everything to be in center. Customer name. Again, I'll make everything to be in center. Okay, so we created the first set of visualizations. Next, what is the next thing? We'll add some controls. Before that, what kind of theme you want your chart to be? What kind of theme you want your report to be? I'm a fan of dark themes, so I just create a rectangle, a big rectangle, big enough to cover the whole report, and I'm going to change its color to black. Okay, complete black. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, next step, I'm going to select this rectangle, right click it, and in order I'm going to send to back. Send to back means it's going to be in the posterior most end. Whereas if I'm just clicking send backward, it's going to go only one layer backwards. I want it to be at the posterior most end, so I'm going to click send to back. Now I'll add a control which is nothing but date range control. So I'll click on the date range control. Now date range control is inserted. It is not visible properly, so what I'll do, I'll change the background to somewhat yellowish color. Okay, now it is visible properly. Fine. So let me have this here now. Next, what I want a drop down control for region. So I'll go to add a control and then drop down list, click here, and I'll choose my control field as region. Okay, yes, now it is done. Again, the color, I just want it to be, again the color, I'll have it as somewhat yellowish. Okay, now if I click different areas, I can see different. Now if I click different regions, I can see. Okay, so I'll again make this small. I'll make it aligned properly. Fine. Next, I want slider controls, three slider controls, one for sales, one for profit, and one for quantity. Okay, so I'm going to add a control, slider control. I want the control field to be sales, and then in styling options, the slider color, I want my slider color to be white. Okay, let me have it as blue. My slider color as blue. This one to be white, and the text also to be white. Okay, text also to be white. And I don't want the text boxes to be shown, so I'll just disable it. Now it's fine. Okay, I'll have it little more dark blue. Fine. Okay, now I have the slider control for sales. I'm going to simply copy paste it for profit. Okay, for profit I'm going to simply copy paste it. Before that, let me alter the size a little bit so that I can accommodate everything. Okay, I'm just going to copy paste this, and again I'll copy paste this, and I will have quantity as my control field. Okay, so now we have all our sliders ready. Okay, that's good. Next thing, what we should do, we are going to focus on creating a tree map. Okay, the tree map is preliminarily for shipping mode. So I'm going to add a chart, and in the add a chart, I'm going to choose the tree map. I'm going to choose a tree map, and I'm going to insert the tree map. And this tree map is going to be basically for the shipping mode. Okay, so the dimension is a shipping mode. We saw in detail how we can utilize stream map to the best, but let us keep it simple as of now. And I'll enable the cross filtering, because whichever I choose in this stream map, I want rest of the visuals to be filtered according to it. For example, if I click economy, then all the visualizations in this report should show the values for economy. Okay, so for that I need to enable the cross filtering. I'll enable the cross filtering. Okay, so I have enabled the cross filtering, and now you note 3.3 million is the total sales. When I click on economy, it's going to be 2 million. When economy gets highlighted, economy plus others and all is become dark. If I click economy plus is highlighted, and everything is going to change accordingly. Okay, so let me revert back to normal. Okay, so we have created a tree map. Next, we are going to create a bubble map. I'll go to add a chart, click Google Maps, and paste the Google map. Okay, let me adjust this a little bit so that space is enough. Okay, yes, I'm creating a Google map which is going to have state wise sales. Okay, I'll have first the state mentioned for location. So state is there, or shall I have my cities? Okay, I'll have my cities as the location. So different cities are there mentioned. Next, I'll have my color dimensions and size. So first size, I want the size to be based on the sales. Okay, so larger the sales, larger the size of the bubble. Next is the profit. So I want different colors for different profits. Okay, more profit, darker shade, less profit, lighter shade. Okay, so you could see everything is reflected here beautifully. Again, I want cross filtering for this, so that if I click on one city, then the whole data will change accordingly. Okay, next I'll go to styling options, and in styling options, for styling options, whether I want the roads landmarks to be seen, how much I need to see it, everything I can adjust. Okay, next bubble layer. So I'll decrease the bubble layer so that it is not so much cluster. And colors, if I want, and if I want highest sales to have green, medium sales to have yellow, medium sales to have yellow, and poor sales to be shown as red, I can do it. Okay, so here you can see the size is based on the number of sales, whereas the color is based on the total amount of profit. Okay, see here you can see in this region of Peck and Tuensang, the circle is fairly large, and it is dark also. So the sales is also good, the profit is also good. Whereas in this city of Gayalsing, the total sales is more, but the profit is poorer. Okay, so here you can see a profit of 17,000, and let's say you can see a profit of only 965. Okay, so this means that the bigger circle, more sales, but if it is towards red in color, then the profit is less. Okay, so these kind of interpretations, interesting interpretations, are possible once you are master in using these kind of maps. Okay, next thing, allow pan and zoom. Let us have it allowed, and whether zoom control should be there, let it be there. Whether I need speed control, no, actually I don't want it, so I'll remove it. Whether I need full screen control, no, I don't want it, I'll remove it. And then whether the legend title should be shown, no, I'll remove it. I'll remove it. And the position of color legend, I don't want the color legend. Size legend, I don't want the size legend. Okay, now you could see a beautiful India map. Let's see a beautiful India map, and you can scroll in and out either by clicking this or by scrolling your scroll wheel in your mouse. Okay, now you have the maps ready. Okay, what is the next visualization which is going to interest us? Next visualization is a donut chart. We will create a donut chart for the different categories. Okay, so first I'll just adjust it a little bit. I'm going to add a control, and I'm sorry, add a chart, and I'm going to insert a donut chart. I'll click donut here. I reduce the size, and my donut, how it should be based on the dimension, which is nothing but the category. Okay, so category is my dimensions, and everything is displayed accordingly. But I couldn't see this legend properly, so I'll go to styling options, and in styling options I will change this to white color. I'll change my legend also to white color. This is basically null, so just ignore it. And then I just want it to be in the bottom. Okay, so that the donut chart is bigger. Okay, next I again want cross filtering enabled for this, so I'll enable the cross filter as well. Okay, so we are done with creating the donut chart. Next I want a, what do I want next? I want a pie chart for region by sales. Okay, so I'll go to add a chart. I'll create a pie chart, and I'll insert a pie chart as well. It's going to be based on the region. So dimensions is region. Let the matrix be sales itself. Again, I need to style it accordingly so that the legend is at the bottom and the color of the legend is white. Okay, it's done now. I'll just reduce the size. Next, I'm going to insert a table. Okay, I'm going to insert a table, and what I want to be displayed in the table, I want my category wise sales and profit. Okay, metric is sales already is there. I'll insert profit here. Okay, so dimensions category is there. I want a drill down option so that I can move upward and downward. So category be my first dimension, and then next one I can have my subcategory as another dimension, and the product name as my next dimension. Okay, and the metrics are sales and profit. I'll again enable the cross filtering for this as well, and I'm going to style it. Okay, because nothing is visible for me literally. I want it to be styled. Text color, I will make it as white. Okay, so we will have by default the subcategory as our default drill down level, so that we have a drill up and drill down also. Next, I'll enable the optional metrics as well. Okay, so now if I want, see subcategory wise data for sales and profit is shown here. Okay, so if I want to drill up, it is going to show me category wise data. Okay, whereas if I drill down, it's going to show me subcategory, and if I further drill down, it is going to show me product wise. Okay, so this is the different ways by which drill down options can be utilized. Optional metrics also, instead of showing both sales and profit, I can simply click on this, and I will have the optional metrics enabled. Okay, optional metric is enabled, and I have optional metrics here, so that only sales is displayed at a point of time. Once I click this optional metrics, it's going to ask whether sales should be displayed or profit should be displayed, or both should be displayed. Okay, so that you can play around. Okay, fine. So we are done with inserting a simple table. We just need to adjust its size now. We'll shrink it as much as possible. Okay, so the next visual we are going to use is the combo chart. So we will select a combo chart. We'll insert it here, and first of all, things are not visible here, so we will go to styling options, and we will change everything to white color so that things are visible properly. Okay, so by default sales and profit is there. Legend I'll have it as black. Okay, and when I come here, so the dimensions, I want the dimensions to be order date and that to year quarter. Okay, so here I change it to date, date and time, year quarter. Okay, so in each quarter of each year, what are the total sales and profit we are seeing? By default, the sales, which is the first one, will be in the form of line, whereas the second metric will be a column. Okay, I'll just reverse it. I just want my profit to be as line. Okay, so now the profit, I want my profit to be as line. So profit will come first, that is the line, and then sales will come second, that is the column. Okay, next, optional metrics, all this you can do, ascending, descending you can do. So here it's like 21 first, 22nd, 18th, third. All this are arranged based on the sales, but I don't want it to be based on the sales. I want it to be based on the order date. And ascending or descending you can choose. Okay, I will have ascending so that the recent one I'll have in the right side. Okay, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, this is looking perfectly fine. And I'm going to enable cross filtering also. The thing is that the profit line is too small, whereas the sales column is too big, and it's different to distinguish. So how I can make it better? I'll go to styling options, and I will have my axis to right, the profit axis, that is the line axis to the right. Okay, so now things are much better. Okay, so this is the combo chart which we aspire to prepare, and we are done with it. Next, we'll reduce the size a little bit, this also a little bit. So the next visualization which we are going to enter is the bar chart. So I'm going to insert a bar chart. I'll make it a little bit small. Okay, so I have inserted a bar chart. I will elongate it. So this bar chart should be based on the subcategory. So where is the subcategory here? Subcategory is here. So my dimension is subcategory, and my metric should be the profit. Okay, let it be as it is. Okay, so I again want cross filtering enabled for this, and I'm going to style it. So I want the color to be orange, and then I wanted the legend to be white. I want my data to be displayed properly, and the background I want it to be white again. Okay, so now I'll have it in black itself. Okay, so now I could see in each subcategory what is the total profit. But actually, if I want absolute numbers, then again I can say choose show data labels and choose compact numbers so that I can see the values here. Okay, choose the value here. And again, we have enter enable cross filtering for this also. We'll just drag and drop here. We'll just alter it a little bit so that it will look a little bit better. So we are finally done with our dashboard. Okay, so this is our final wonderful dashboard, and this is a truly dynamic dashboard. So how to use this dashboard? See, you have a sales of 3.3 million, profit of 281K. Okay, and all this is there. Now, if I want to see what is the data for Bhubaneswar, I'll just simply click Bhubaneswar here. You could see the total sales is 3.3 million. The total sales of 3.3 million is converted to 128K, and everything is changed. Everything, every single thing is changed according to data of Bhubaneswar. Next, if I want the data to be based on Chennai, then every single thing in this chart will be changed according to the data of Chennai. Okay, so now Chennai data is there, fine. Next, if I want in Chennai, how many book cases are there? If I want to see the data of book cases, I just click book cases. Now, in Chennai, 4,000 rupees worth of sales of book cases is made, of which 2,600 was shipped in economic class and 1,487 was shipped in priority class. Okay, and it obviously comes in furniture section, and Chennai is belonging to southern part of India. Okay, so now I'll just revert back here also. I'll just revert back. Okay, so If I want data for east region of the country, if I simply click east, everything will change according to sales in east region. See, even in map, only the east region of the country is mapped, and all the sales, profit margin, record count, everything is changed. Now, if I want my data to be shown only for southern part of country, for furniture, for technology section, then both are being considered and the total results is generated. In this technology section in southern India, in Chennai, how much sales is made, how much profit is made, everything I can see. Okay, 62 sales were being made, 9,000 rupees was the total sales, 300 rupees was the profit, everything I can see. Okay, and even I made a loss in machines and phones. Okay, so this is the beauty of Google dashboards. It will help us to present data in a much appealing way, and it will help us to analyze data in a very, very simplistic yet powerful way. Okay, so that's all. We have successfully created a wonderful dashboard. That's all for this course on Google Data Studio. Once we click reset, everything comes back to normal. So now you can embed this dashboard in your website, or you can present to your seniors and impress them. Though it took a long time for us to learn how it works, once you know how it is done and once you have a clean data, then it really takes 20 to 30 minutes to create a wonderful dashboard like this. Okay, so all the very best. Thank you.